Hello and welcome to Friday's, second edition of Cracking the Cryptic for me, because I did a crossword video earlier, but this is the main video, the normal 8:30 video. And as we've been doing for the last few Fridays, I get a great treat on Fridays because Marty Sears has been releasing the second season of this Rat Run Sudoku, or of his Rat Run Sudoku puzzles. And that is what I'm going to be attempting today. This one is number 15. It's called Connectedness. And it is very, very colourful. And that is fantastic. So this is what we're going to be having a look at. I had a quick look at the... I tell you what I forgot to look at. And that's the sort of ancient papyrus that I've no doubt will appear on the Logic Masters page. I forgot to do that. I saw it had a 99% approval rating, this puzzle. And 2 stars out of 5 for difficulty. And it seems to be renbanic in the way this one works. Don't worry if you don't know what that means. I will explain all when we go through the rules properly in a moment or two's time. I'll start today, though, by urging you to have a look at yesterday's puzzle as well. And this was James Sinclair's Fog of War, where, with the help of the programmer Sven, Fog of War Sudoku has been revolutionized. So in this puzzle, say you deduced this digit, normally it would clear the fog from the surrounding cells. In this puzzle, it might not clear any fog, or it might clear the fog in that cell or those cells. And it is, you can see, the constructors are going to go crazy. I think probably Marty Sears will, his brain will be working in all sorts of ways. I think it's really going to push Sudoku forward again, as fog did in the first place. So I definitely have a look at that puzzle. Only 1 star out of 5 for difficulty, proving incredibly popular. I can hear Maverick. Today is slightly less cold. It's been bitterly cold here in the UK for the last 2 days. Today is slightly less cold, and that is a good thing. I can understand why Maverick is up in the air today. There is blue sky. And now, what else did I want to mention? Over on Patreon, our competition has closed, which was the Duality 2 Sudoku hunt by the Skunk Works, but we have got the solution videos now ready. We're going to be announcing the winner of the competition on Monday, so do tune in then if you want to know whether you're going to be offered the chance to make a Sudoku video with me. You're probably hoping not, but that is the prize, or a potential prize at least, for this month's reward. Anything else? Birthdays. Should we do birthdays? Let me look at my list. I've got a couple of birthdays for tomorrow, actually. Why don't we do those first? Philip, you're turning 45 tomorrow over there in Switzerland. And the reason I know this is that your good friend and best mountaineering buddy, Melody, wrote to us. I think Melody's in Germany. And Melody described how she discovered CTC when the two of you were sort of snowed in during a storm in the mountains, and the mountain hut you were in had very limited internet, but you could download a puzzle or two that we featured on the channel, and so you got into Variant Sudoku as a result. What a strange world it is. But Philip, thank you for sharing the news that Variant Sudoku is rather cool. Indeed, in that case, probably very cool. And I hope you have a brilliant 45th birthday tomorrow. Now, someone else with a birthday tomorrow over in Stockholm is Anne-Sophie. Anne-Sophie is turning 52 tomorrow, and I know this because your daughter Ellen wrote to us and said, apparently, and I do vaguely remember this, somebody heard people singing That's Three in the Corner, which is our sort of adulterated version of the REM song, Losing Your Religion. Someone heard that on the London Underground being sung by 2 people, and I mentioned it on the channel a while ago, and Ellen thinks that was probably her and her mother who did do that on the London Underground at the same time. So it's bizarre, isn't it? Anyway, Anne-Sophie, I hope you have a brilliant birthday tomorrow with, of course, a large dollop of chocolate cake. Now, birthdays for today. Cameron, you turned 21 today. What a big birthday that is. Currently studying overseas in the United States, and it has confirmed that Americans do like the English accent. Well, I knew that. I've watched Love Actually. Colin Frizzle. I mean, that's all you need to know. Cameron, I hope you have a brilliant birthday today. I hope you get chocolate cake. There are some good chocolate cakes over in the States, so I think you'll be fine. And good luck with your studies over there. And then finally, over there in Indiana, Joshua, you've turned 37, and I know this because your wife Chelsea wrote to us. And Chelsea, it was your birthday, I think, only 5 days ago. You had chocolate cake on your birthday, so Joshua, you are having brownies, which that's fine. That's fine. There's plenty of chocolatey calories in a brownie. Joshua, I hope you have a great day. I can tell you, Chelsea described you as the most amazing man. And there we go. Let's have a look. Let's do some solving. I said let's have a look. That is not the same as saying Alexa. I'm going to turn her off. I have to. I keep meaning to do it, and I keep forgetting. Anyway, let's have a look. Rat Run 15. Connectedness by Marty Sears. These are the rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply. So we have to put the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Now, in the Rat Run puzzles, it can be a bit tricky to see the 3x3 boxes because of all of the colourful grid furniture. So I'll just try and... I mean, it's normal Sudoku. You can sort of see underneath there are 3x3 boxes, and each of these has to have the digits 1 to 9 once each. Now, the aim of the experiment today is that Finkz the rat must reach the cupcake by finding a path through the maze. The path must not visit any cell more than once, cross itself, or pass through any thick maze walls, as well as moving orthogonally, which means from a cell to another cell that's crossing an edge like this. Finkz may move diagonally if there's a 2x2 space in which to do so, but Finkz may never pass diagonally through the rounded end corner of a wall. So what that's saying is, let's go to the pen tool. Finkz couldn't do that because she would go through a rounded wall section. She couldn't do that. Now what she could do is that. Oh, whoopsie. Or indeed that. If we can find 2x2s with no walls and things, we can go diagonally through there and there, look. So that's all possible. Otherwise, it's just normal orthogonal movement. Blackcurrants. Oh yes, we've got blackcurrants today. Cells connected by a blackcurrant have a 1:2 ratio, so one of the digits will be double the other. Not all possible blackcurrants have been given. Teleports. Entering a teleport will cause Finkz to be instantly transported to the matching coloured teleport. So if you go into D there, if you go in there, you come out there. From there, she can continue her journey. Matching teleports always have identical digits, but teleports that don't match always have different digits. Right, so if those two were a 1, none of the other teleport cells could contain a 1, is how that works. Now, here's the test constraint. So this is different in every single one of these Rat Run puzzles. Fink's path is formed of 1 or more segments. Any uses of teleports will divide Fink's path up into physically separate segments. I.e., if a teleport is used, the current path segment ends at the entry teleport, and a new separate path segment begins at the matching exit teleport. Any path segment must function as a renban, i.e., it must consist entirely of a set of non-repeating consecutive digits which can be arranged in any order along the path segment. So let's, how can we do this then? How can we do an example? Let's go from there to there. Whoops. And let's say that this square was a 1. Now, if this was the case, this segment from teleport to teleport would have to contain the digits 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, because it must contain a consecutive sequence. And if we know there's a 1 on the segment, then we know we must start with 1 and go upwards, and it's a 5-length segment. So, and then the digits can go in any order. In fact, that's worked beautifully. If that turns out to be correct, that is serendipitous. But you can see that the 2 and the 4 across the blackcurrant actually are correct there. And they are all the rules. do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual. But now I get to play. Let's get cracking. So the first thing is going to be to work out why Finkz just doesn't make a mad dash for the cupcake. Marty seems to always set these puzzles up so it looks like Finkz can just do this. And if she does... oh, whoopsie, whoopsie, what is going on there? That's a mad line I've drawn there. If she does do that... yeah, I can see why that doesn't work. Right, so we can't do that. Because, remember, this is then going to be a segment, isn't it? So it's going to contain the digits 1 to 9. Actually, that is a length 9 segment. But what I can see is this digit here... whatever that digit is, let's make that grey for a moment. It's funny when you have a puzzle that's so colourful that grey is the standout colour. But where would that digit go in row 1? It can't repeat on its segment. So its only option would be here, but it can't go there because that would repeat this grey digit in box 1. So that's wrong. And unsurprisingly, Finkz doesn't make a dash for it. Oh, I tell you something Finkz doesn't do. Finkz does not go into that A teleporter. Because if she does, if that's her first teleporter, then she's going to come out here and bump into her own path. So that's not right. I think she could go that way, though. Whoops. You know what I mean. From there to there is what I'm saying. Can she go to the C teleporter? How many digits is that? That feels like it's quite lengthy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, that's okay. Although, no, it's not. It's not okay. You can't do that. Oh, in fact, I've thought of 2 reasons you can't do that. That's interesting. Yeah, that's why I never talk to me at a party. The reason, there's 2 reasons. First reason is where would those 2 digits go in row 1? Remember, they can't repeat on their segment. They certainly can't repeat in their box, so they both have to go in that square, so that doesn't work. Another reason is that if you do this, how would you ever get to the cupcake? There's no way, is there? So in fact, Finkz either goes there or there. Now if she goes left, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, no, she could get to E, maybe. There might be a geometric reason why that's impossible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so if she goes left, she does go to E, because to get to G, H, or I is far too many digits. Given you can't repeat a digit on any of these segments, the maximum segment length is 9. So she either does that, or she goes there, and then goes there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Okay, so she doesn't do this, actually. She doesn't go into A. Because if she does, she's used up... Oh, no, I'm wrong. No, I'm right. No, I was suddenly... In my brain, I was going crazy. Let's not go crazy. But the point is, how does she get to a teleport quickly enough from this teleport? To go downwards, she's already used 6 cells there, 7, 8, 9. She can't quite get to E. She could nearly get to E, but she can't. And she can't get to D either. And if she goes across the top, that segment is far too long. Well, when I say far too long, I mean just too long. Although I think that would give you a problem with these digits in row 1 as well. So, okay, well, that's good. So now we know that Finkz actually goes the opposite way to the cupcake to start with and goes into E, from where she will emerge over here and go up there. Oh, this is actually This is very un-Marty Sears-esque. I'm actually being able to do things here. So H. She'll come out of H. And then she's either going to G. Well, she's definitely visiting I, is what we can say, because she either visits I like this, or in some way like that. Oh no, no, she doesn't do that. Right, I see. Okay, she does go to G, because if she goes from H to I, what I can see then is that she's going to pop out of I and go into G, and she's going to be here, and she can't get out without crossing her path. So in fact, she's going to go into G, but she might do a wiggle to get into G. It depends what numbers are in these two squares. Okay, so but basically the route is H to G, G to I, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, it's going to have to be to D, isn't it? But who knows how the path goes to D? Because you can't get to another teleporter within 9 cells. So we're going to go to D, then we're going to go to B, then we're going to... Oh, and look, okay, there's going to be some nonsense to get from B to C. Because that's just Marty-esque. It's going to be the most complicated path you can imagine. No, not that. It's going to be something like that. And probably more complicated than that, because it's going to involve diagonals, because otherwise Marty wouldn't have left this space open. So then we're going to go into C, and then we go to the cupcake. So actually we have broadly got the path figured out here. So how many... Oh, we do get to I. Yes, okay. So I is the 9th letter of the alphabet. So that means there are 9 different teleporters in this puzzle. So there's sort of 2 extra regions is what we're learning there. Because imagine that the I contained the digit 9. Then, you know, and so, let's say each letter... Each teleport letter contained its alphanumeric equivalent. Then obviously there's going to be 2 1s in A, 2 2s in B, 2 3s in C, etc. So in effect, there's going to be 2 extra regions of the puzzle. By region, I mean, you know, the equivalent of a 3x3 box, a set of the digits 1 to 9 in the teleports. That string there is 5 cells, so that's got to have a 5 on it. Because obviously if we cut a slice of consecutive digits from the digits 1 to 9, if you start with the lowest number, it would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so there would be a 5. If you start with the highest number, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, there would be a 5 as well. So there is definitely a 5 on this string. It might well be something to do with this box, though. Yeah. Where is that digit in box 1? Now that digit cannot repeat on its own segment, and it cannot repeat in its own column, and yet it must appear in this box, so that digit is the same as that digit. Now, normally I would colour them, but I think I'm going to find that really confusing. I might use letters today. Let's use letters. So we'll call that A. So A is down here, possibly on top of I. So if I was A, this would be A. These 3 digits, they also obviously have to appear. Okay, what about that digit? I'll call that digit E, because it's on the E thing. E is on a teleport, so it can't it can't duplicate itself in A. So where is that digit in box 1? It's got to be in one of those two squares. It can't repeat on the segment. So E, which can't be the same as so E is in one of those squares. Whoopsie. Now, and the other E is here. So let's call that E. Oh, okay. Oh dear. Well, I don't know what to do with that. Sorry. There's some. I'm sure there's. I think there's something going on up here. I just have to figure out what it is. No, that's. Those two digits have to be in two of those three squares. I don't know, actually. Maybe it is something. No, what I was about to say is nonsense. Oh, box 3, probably. This is an okay. Right, look at this. The entirety of box 3 is populated by just two different lines, two different consecutive sequences. So this short line is either going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4 line to allow this to be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or it's going to be a 9, 8, 7, 6 line to allow this to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that's not going to work, and that is because of the blackcurrant. So let's just pencil mark this in. If this was 6, 7, 8, 9, these two squares, one of these has to be double the other. Well, that clearly cannot work. So in fact, what we've got is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this has got 2 on it now, because it's either going to be a 1, 2 pair, because 2 is double 1, or a 4, 2 pair, because 4 is double 2. So there is no 2 in these squares. And these squares are 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do I dare? Do I? Well, do I dare to record that? Let me think. 3 is not on that dot, so 3 is looking down at this renban here. So this renban, that's lovely. Good grief! Right, I know exactly what this renban is. Right, this is a little bit more complicated, but let's think about it. There's no 3 on this 5-cell sequence, so there's obviously no 1 and there's no 2 either. Because if you include 1 or 2 on here, you'd need to include 3, which is impossible. So, this sequence is either 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, that is what it's going to be. Because if it was not that, it would be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Whoops. And if it was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, what would the cupcake be? Answer, nothing. That is not even a naked or hidden single. It is it's impossible to put a Sudoku digit in it, because it can't be 1, 2, 3, or 4, and it can't be 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So it's not that. So in fact, this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and these are not 4. So this is 1, 3. So they're now okay. So this blackcurrant is a 2, 4 pair, and that's the cupcake. I feel like it has to be 9 now by Sudoku. Yeah, okay. And there must be a 2 in the... Oh, this is good. This is good. So there must be... I've got to put a 2 in this column. Where does it go? Well, it goes there, which is on a teleport, which transports over there. Oh, and these transport as well. Hang on, look, there's all sorts of things going on now. Right, so that... I'm not actually very good at seeing the different colours here. That's the same as that, isn't it? That is a bit restricted, actually, because assuming I've got the colour right there, that's a 5-cell sequence that has a 2 on it. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 would be as high as it could go. That cannot be 7 or 8. So this square is 4, 5 or 6. And there's definitely a 3 on this renban in one of those squares. So there's a 3 in one of those squares. But this square is 1 or 3 because of that one. Oh, look, there's loads going on here. This is 1 or 3, which is that D? Yeah, that's D. Okay, so that one's 1 or 3. Right, so no other teleporter can contain a 1 or a 3 now. And E is 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8. Which is one of those 2 digits, isn't it? And that means... I would love to know what that means, but I don't know. This renban has got 5, 6, 7 and 8 on it, and that's a green one, so that's 5, 6, 7 or 8. That's still okay. I was wondering whether it could just connect directly there, but it can, especially if that's a 3. Okay, so are we about to get stuck? Possibly. Let me think about this. Okay. I've got something. Where is 9 in box 9? And I don't know the answer. But I do know it's on this renban, isn't it? On this 3-cell segment. Because it can't go on this one. Because this is a 5-cell segment that contains a 2. So 9 is in one of those squares, which means that this renban must be 9, 9, 8, 7. And that's not 9. Yes, that's interesting. So that gets transported over here. This 7, 8, 9 gets transported over there, giving me the sort of a virtual 7, 8, well, an actual 7, 8, 9 triple in the bottom row. And 9 is definitely in one of these squares. So 9 is definitely in one of those squares. And the upshot of that is, oh, yeah, this is good. Look at column 7 now. Where do we put 1, 2, 3, and 4 in this column? The answer must be in these squares, mustn't it? And if that's true, this square, which is that one, that has to be 4 because it can't be any other digit. So we can take 4 out of these squares. These are a 1, 2, 3 triple. Let's get rid of the 3 corner mark. Now, has that helped me with... yeah, this square here is a 7 or an 8 by Sudoku. This string, let's say this was 8, 9, then this would be where the 8 and 9 go in box 3. If it was 7, 9, this would be 7, 9. So this is 7 or 8. That isn't a 2, I'm now noticing, because of this digit. That one is 7 or... aha, there we go. That one is on a blackcurrant, naughty little thing. So it can't be a 7, because this digit cannot be 3.5 or 14. So this has got to be 8, which means these squares are now 7 and 9. So that is a 7 at the top of the grid. And does that help us? It might do. It might do. I'm not sure. That's not 8. Oh, if you put 8 into that one, you can't put 8 into another one, can you? Oh, that's an interesting thought. Yeah, look, 8 can't go into E anymore. This one can't be 4 either, because 4 has already appeared in pink. So E is 5, 6 or 7. And that one's 5 or 6, so that's the same as this one. So this one is 5 or 6. E is 5, 6, or no, 5 or 6 as well. Why has 7 disappeared? Yeah, that's true. That is true, actually. Oh, I could have got rid of the... Oh, this is a 6. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, this has to be 6. Because it's on a blackcurrant. Sorry, I hadn't seen that at all. 3 and 6. You can't put 5 on a black dot. This digit can't be 10 or 2.5. So E is 6. Let's clear that up. Which means that whatever colour that is, I can't even see it. Let's actually try and tell. C is 5. Now. Yeah, that's okay. Oh, hang on, no, I haven't broken it. Oh, goodness, I had a heart failure there. Wow. Okay, I was looking at this, the green one, connecting to the orange one, because this has to be achieved somehow. Now, this is lower than 4, and this is 5. So on this segment somewhere, there needs to be a 4, and I was like, where on earth can you put the 4? The answer is there. That's the only place it can go. So there is a 4 in one of those squares. This is 7 or 9. So that one is 7 or 9. So do we know? Yes, I see. So A is the other of 7 and 9. Because if we look at the full panoply of things that we've got on teleporters, we've got a 1-3 pair, we've got a 2, a 4, a 5, a 6, and an 8. So we've only got 7 and 9. So this is 7 or 9, and it's the opposite to whatever we put in the bottom teleporter. Okay. And that might be helpful if we can figure this out. This square is a 1 now, so that's a 3. So that's a 3, that's a 1. So this is a 2. 1 transplants itself on the teleporter, gives me a 1 here. I've totally misled you all, haven't I, with my A's and E's and things, because it just has not been helpful. There is a 6 in one of those squares using the A and E logic. Oh, there's an 8 here on a black dot, so that's got to be a 4. That means that the 6, which is my E digit, is now over here. And the 4 comes out of those squares. In fact, I think we've got to get rid of E now. It's just confusing me. So we've got quite a lot of digits in row 5. And 6 is in one of 2 places in box 7 by Sudoku. Now, what do we next do then? So, oh, that's strange. Look at this. No, well, I say it's strange. It's not strange. It's Marty Sears. Right, 5 and 1 are on this segment. So it must include a 2, but the only place it can get a 2 from is there. So we have to go down there. So we're going to have to get a higher digit than 5. Because effectively on this section, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 have been used, and we can't go straight from the 2 to the 3. So there's going to be a 6 in there by Sudoku. That 6 is not at the top. So if that was 6, then we'd have to go 7. Yeah, we can't take all 3 of those, I don't think, because one of them is a 9 and this is only an 8 length segment that includes 1. So we can take 2 of them maximum. I'm not sure. I have a feeling I could do better if I thought harder about that, but I can't see it straight away. So let's try and come up with something else. he says. Not doing a terribly good job of whatever that is going to be. We could... no, I've got nothing. Oh, yeah, this segment is where we should look now. There must be a 1 on this segment because that can't be a 1. So this segment is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that means these squares are 1, 3 and 5. And now we've effectively completed column 8 in the sense that we know what these digits are. So these digits are 6, 8 and 9. Right. That's very good. Because now this is a 5, 7 pair, this is an 8, but we also can deduce how this line moves. Because it can't access a 7 anymore. So to get from the 2 to the 3, it's only got one more digit to get, which must be a 6 here. That is beautiful, isn't it? Look at that. It's classic Marty. I mean, look, the way that Finkz has gone from here to here, rather than just going around the corner and going, oh, look, there's a teleport. She's gone, oh, no, I better go downwards, and then I'll do a diagonal flip in order to make it work. Okay, what about row 5 then? 5, 7, and 9. So that's 7 or 9. That can't be 6 anymore. So my e-pencil mark wasn't that's the first time it's been useful. We've actually got a digit from it. Now, is that going to continue to be useful is the question. 2, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, where's 2 in this box? It's got to be here. So these are 7, 8, and 9. That's a triple. In fact, there's a triple in row 6 now, which makes this 5. That's 7. Now I should be able to get that digit. That's a 3. Oh, wait a second. What's going on here? Hang on. So Finkz... I've got to recapitulate the path. Finkz went to there. Yes, and then she had to go into this one, didn't she? She couldn't go into I because then she'd be trapped in what I think might be G underneath the numbers. So it's quite a lengthy segment, this, which is why there's a big corral here, isn't there? Because 2 to 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that's a length 7 renban. At least. It could be a length 8 renban. Okay, but there does, right, I see how to think about this. I don't know how long the segment is between 2 and 8. I don't know whether it includes a 1 and a 9 down here or not. But I do know that it absolutely must include all the digits between 2 and 8. Now those digits are 5, 6 and 7, so I can't have the 6 hanging out down here, because I would never pick up a 6 here. There's no way that this segment sort of goes out there and then breaks back in to this corral because of the rounded wall segments, so there must be a 6 exactly there. Which means there's a 6 here by Sudoku. Ooh, lovely. You can't put 6 on the blackcurrant because this would be a 3 and clash. So it wasn't, well, no, it wasn't a total waste of time. We have managed to do a little bit of stuff using the 6's idea. Now, okay, there's an... Sorry, I've got a frog in my throat. Not a rat, but there's an 8 in one of these. So this is 9. This is 8. These squares are now 1, 7, and 9. That's good. So that gives us a 5 here and a 7 here. Oh, and I made a mistake. I've got too many 9s. What have I done wrong? Oh dear. What went wrong there? Was that me getting a frog in my throat? The 6's That's 9. Oh, hang on. Well, let's use the 7 there. That would make this a 9. That would make this 7 and 8. That would make this 9. This 8. I think I had a 9 here before, didn't I? I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but they seem to be that seems to be able to be 5, and that seems to be a 179 triple, maybe. So I'm not sure what I did there, but it now seems to work. So I probably just did a typo in the midst of trying not to cough. Sorry about that. Now this digit is 1, 7 or 9. Now that is an A digit, look. So that is definitely there. Can't be 1 because of this. So this is a 7-9 pair. That's a 7-9 pair. We know that this one is different from the purple teleport. So that's the purple teleport digit, which actually is placing A, look. So this is A. So A is in one of those squares. It might be that blackcurrant. I'm not sure. I mean, that blackcurrant can't be 2, 4, can it? It can't be 4, 8, because this can be neither of those. So does it have to be 1, 2, I think? It's not 3, 6. Yeah, this has to be a 2, 1 pair. And not in that order. That would be the wrong order. That means this is 2 and this is 4. So now I need 5, 7, 8 and 9 into this row. Well, these squares can't be 7 or 9. So they must be a 5, 8 pair. Whoa, 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 whoa. Little digits, please, Simon. Right, so that's a 7 or a 9. What we could I know what we should do. What we should do here is to note we know exactly what these digits are now, don't we? Because this segment is 9 cells long, and we have not put 2, 3 and 4 on it. Oh, has this been available for ages? I just didn't think of this. But look, that's 2, 3 or 4. This is 2, 3 or 4. That can't be 2. That can't be 4. This has to be the 1. That might do something for us. I don't know. What about this column? 3, 7 and 9 into those squares. Now, I've sort of lost track of what it was. So things went there. Oh, yeah, we should think about this again. Because I didn't continue. I didn't do enough thinking about this. 5 and 7 have to be in those squares. And then it's just whether there's a 1 and a 9 in there as well. There's a 7-9 pair in column 3, so the 7 is not it. So this is the only place 7 can go. And that has to be reached by the path. There's definitely no... there's no 1 or 9 on the path. There we go. There we go. Yeah, 1 and 9 are ruled out of these squares. So in fact, this is an exact 7-cell sequence that includes the 5 from down here. So can we plot this then? So it must go downwards, mustn't it? Does it? Yeah, I think it has to go down again. Because if this, let me show you, if this was the 5, how would we not make the path cross itself? This would have to go to the 6, as would this. That cannot be right. That's beautiful setting as well, isn't it? So you have to go down to the 5, then across to the 7 using the diagonal capability. And that is going to sort out everything. Because now this 7 sees that square. And that was our A digit, which was the same as that. So all of this gets all figured out. Isn't this beautiful? And so that's 9 going through the teleporter. That's 9, that's 3. And probably we can do better than this, you know. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the last significant step. Let's look at the bottom here. We've got 4, yeah, 4 and 8 we can place. What have we not put in this box? 1s, 2s and 3s. I can't see if I can do that. I can certainly do some eliminations. Yeah, look at column 1. There's a 1, 2, 3, 4 quadruple now in those squares. So this must be 7. This must be 1. This is 8. This is 5. So Finkz herself was a 5 going to a cupcake 9 today. This 1 is nice. So that's giving me a 3 here. This is a 1, 2 pair. So this is a 3, 4 pair. There is a chance of a 3 in the corner. And Sophie and Ellen will be pleased about that. Now, what about these squares? 3, 4 and 8. And that's not 3. So it's nearly done, but not quite. Okay, let's try the top. 3, 4 and 5. That's not 3. Ah, okay, so have I missed a blackcurrant or something somewhere? Oh, what about the bottom row? This square is 1 or 5. Oh, I see. That's lovely as well. Okay, look at the bottom row. We're going from this. These look like sweets, don't they? The purple sweet. We're going to the D sweet, the blue sweet. That has a 1 on it. We're going in a segment from here to here. So we can't have 2 1s on the segment. So that's 5. That's 1. That gives me a 4 up here, an 8 here. 3, 5. Yes, 4. That's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spotlight, losing its religion. 8, 7. Oh, okay. There's going to have to be some path jiggery-pokery to figure that out, because that's definitely a deadly pattern otherwise. And this is 4. Yeah, this is 4, 7. Okay, so it's going... Oh, right, yeah. Look, we have to get from here to there, but we've gone through a 4 already. So we can't go through that. I'm going to actually just make that clear. We cannot go through that cell. We also can't go through another 1. So we have to go up here like this, and that cannot be a 1. So that's resolving the deadly pattern. We've finished the Sudoku now. All we've got to do is finish the path. Can't go through a 1, so we have to go through the 7. Let's count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we haven't gone through an 8. There's a 9 on this segment, so we have to go to the 8. In fact, it's got... Oh, sorry, it's 1 to 9, so it's got to be all the digits. Have I got all the digits? No, I haven't. Oh, I've got it wrong. Beautiful. Right, I've got it wrong, but I can fix it. I haven't put a 6 on the segment. Where do I get a 6 from? Because it is the digits 1 to 9. That's what I hadn't grokked. But if we get the 6 from there, then go to the 2, then miss the 1, then go up to the 8, then we can make this a 9-cell sequence. And it will work. Now, have I done everything? Let's actually just go through. So Finkz goes there to the red, goes there, there, to there, to there, to there, does a weird wiggle. Here, here. Yeah, that feels right. Let's see. Oh, whoa, whoa. That's not in the normal place. Can you see that? I don't know if you'll be able to. I'll read it to you. Experiment completed successfully. Test date 20th of November 1974. Cells visited 53. Blackcurrants eaten 2. Teleports used 8. Even if Elliot doesn't entirely trust me, Finkz seems to. I feel like I've developed a good sense for how she's feeling, and as this has grown, I've become more and more concerned that repeated teleport use could lead to small copying errors accumulating over time. Elliot maintains that the copying process is now so fine-tuned, with errors so negligible, that it would take many thousands of teleportations before any effects were noticeable. Even so, another one overheated today. D this time, and cut out after use. I despair, oh dear. Oh, I can't. Oh, I can. I was wondering whether I could like the puzzle and make sure I gave it a heart, and I can. It's been solved 500 times in 2 days. It's brilliant, isn't it? And which was the teleport that malfunctioned? D. That's E. Where's D? I can't see D. Oh, there. D is this one. So that malfunctioned. It overheated. Terrible. Poor performance from that teleport, but Marty Sears, that is another stellar performance from you. Round of applause from me. Thank you for another of these absolutely wonderful puzzles. Let me know in the comments how you got on. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind. And we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.